we've done a chutney. I know you love your Indian spices, so what we've done is we bought beautiful fresh nectarines from the market, and I've got red onion and then brown sugar and vinegar, which is sort of the base of your chutney, but then we're adding things like cardamom, turmeric, we're putting in nigella seeds and all sorts of things to give it a slightly more, Indian tone, however still very fruity. And that we're going to have, that'll go perfectly with ham, it'll go with leftover turkey, would even go with a beautiful cheese platter, quite frankly, delicious. Nectarine chutney, spicy nectarine chutney, which I think is perfect with ham, obviously because Christmas ham is kind of a thing, isn't it? And I love the thought of a fresh seasonal fruit that can make the chutney. So I've chopped here, it's not quite a kilo, I'm actually going slightly lower than the amount on the recipe because I didn't actually weigh them, but it's close enough. And we've got lots of really yummy spices, which you can see I've got a stack here that you have to measure into this pot for me, because,
and so you would have this with ham.
I think this goes really well with ham. It also is delicious with cold turkey and would be fabulous in a roll with your cold meat and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of the sort of thing that you can have. Also would work with a mango. You could use mangoes, depending what, I've got nectarines, but you could do mangoes and they do the exact same recipe. So it's like a really yummy, juicy, sweet fruit with a few yummy, interesting spices that go with it. And then, of course, add that with your cold turkey, cold ham or whatever, or even the hot ham would be delicious. And of course you keep it in the jar in the fridge and you can keep it for weeks on end and it'll last till the hams run out. And then you'll be wanting to make more.
I love the idea of making your own chutney.
And it's incredibly easy. And of course the argan, it's got to simmer for about 40 minutes. So all I've done at the moment is I've fried off the onions, put the garlic in. We've got optional chilli, which I have already chopped because I just like Blue Peter TV show. So we're going to add all of that, and then we're going to put some vinegar and some sugar and get it all going, and we could pop it in an oven and forget about it, or with these new hot plates you can have it simmering away on the top. So we've got options. Right. So if you're busy and your ovens are full, you can boil it on the top, and if you're not too busy, it can go in an oven and just simmer away. So right now, without my glasses on, I need to see which is the 1/4 teaspoon, because I think that's it. No? That's a 1/4. There we go. Right, we need in there, please, we need 1/4 teaspoon of cardamom, one of my absolute favourite spices. The new Yotamotolenghi uses quite a lot of it, and it just smells, it's sort of sweet and fragrant at the same time. So we've got 1/4 of that. We've got 1/4 of coriander. To me, what is that one? We've got 1/4 of cumin. There we go. We've got turmeric, or as people call it, turmeric, but I think it's called turmeric. It's spelled turmeric. There we go.
Thank you.
1/4 of that. Yes, don't drop that. We'll be all over the place. Now, we also need, hang on, so we've got cloves. Oh, ground cloves. I'm going to have to put whole cloves in because I didn't bring ground cloves. But as you can see, I have a tin of Sustagen, which is my home tin of cloves. So what we'll do is we'll just put 3 or 4 in, and someone's going to get a roux chop when they taste it. No, I don't think actually paprika might be in another dish.
Okay.
Okay, we don't need that. Yeah, nigella seeds. 2 teaspoons of nigella
going
seeds.
now?
Yes, we put the whole lot. It's a terribly easy recipe. And do we want a bit of chilli? Like a bit of chilli?
Yeah.
You like chilli?
I think so.
Let's put the chilli. It's not a super hot one, so we'll shove that in. Absolutely beautiful. Nigella seeds are simply delicious. It's one of those. I went to the Oasis Bakery, and they're in so many recipes, and I've not used them before, but actually slightly obsessed. Rather delicious. Okay, so we are going to get that on the hot before we put the nectarines in. So we'll just pop that on the simmer plate, give it a bit of a stir around, and when we get, unfortunately it's not smell-o-vision, but that will start to smell delicious, releasing the flavours of the spices. We should have some rather nice nectarine. Oh, hello, steamy waft. Hello. Right, let's get a big spoon and we'll give that a bit of a whirl. and see how that's going. It could be quite runny still, in which case it is quite runny because it's very juicy fruit. Look at that, oh my God, the smell is just ridiculous. So what I'm going to do, because I would suggest that these will crush, soften off very easily with movement, is we want to just reduce the liquid down a bit because the AGA is so good at retaining fluid. So we're just going to pop that in the simmer oven and bubble it away. Not in the simmer. Did I just say the simmer oven? I'm in the plate.
Yes.
And we'll reduce the heat. We'll reduce the liquid a bit. So we'll pop that on there and let it bubble away.